Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Rika. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. I hope you'll enjoy what you see and you'll give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and press the bell. Now let's get into the video. So today I'm going to be doing a braid out on blow dried hair. I'll link the video on how I blow dry my hair with using the tension method, and I'll link it in the description box as well as put it in the iCards. I start by sectioning my hair, and I'm starting at the back of my head, and I'm going to put that first section into 3 parts. And I use the Taliah Waajid Curly Curl Cream for today's braid out. Once I section my hair, I go ahead and detangle, and then I'll add the cream, and I'll just proceed to braiding. I'll add that much curly cream, I rub it in my hands, and I just apply it to the ends of my hair, and I work it in, and I work it all the way up to the roots. Not so much on the roots, but close enough to the roots. So after I've detangled, I add the curl cream, apply it to the entire section, make sure I work it in, and then I'll split that section into 3 parts and do a braid, or a plait, I should say. So when you're braiding, you want to make sure to kind of like use your fingers to smooth down each section as you go along. And then you can also go in with a comb, because you want to make sure to get a really good braid out, you want to make sure your hair is detangled and that it has enough product. So make sure you can feel the kinks, you can feel if the hair is gathering as you braid. So just go ahead and detangle it, smooth the section, and add more product if you need it. So when I get towards the ends, I don't braid all the way down. I'll split the hair and twist it. I'll make 2 sections and I'll twist. So that's it. That's the first braid. I'll go ahead and section the rest of my hair and continue braiding it all the way down. And I'm going to show you later on what I do to the ends to make sure that they're not so straight. So here I am making another section in the back, because I'm going to make sure that back section is in 3 parts. When I do my braid outs, I try not to really do like mini braids, because that's just going to be a pain to take out. It's just so annoying to take out braids. Like, I actually do prefer to do twist out, because it's just 2 sections you're unraveling. But you know, braid outs do look nice too at times. So this time I'm doing a braid out, but I don't like to do small sections when I do my braid out. So here's the back. It's all done. I have my 3 plaits in the back, and I'm just going to continue to do that to the rest of my hair. Also, when I'm doing my braid outs, even though I want my braid itself, the plait, to be tight, I don't put a lot of tension on my roots. I don't want my roots to be tight, because I will get a headache instantly. It's so uncomfortable to have tension on my scalp, and it's so uncomfortable to sleep with. Like, I just don't do it. I don't like tight tension styles at my roots. So here at the end, I'll show you where I take it from 3 sections, make it into 2, and just twist it down. Even when I reach the very end, I'll still detangle, I'll still add cream. I just do that because I want to ensure that it's the same all the way through. It's detangled all the way through, and it has enough cream all the way through. I had a middle part, but then I changed it, decided to do a side part instead. So I'm all done with all of my plaits. I'm just gonna add some oil to my hands and rub it in my hair. And then right here, I'm just doing like little knots, little twirly knots at the ends of my hair. This is to keep me from having those like straight ends when I take my braids down. So I'm going to show you here. I'm trying to give you a close-up of what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see where I kind of like twirl and twirl the hair until it kind of like folds on itself, like kind of twirls around. And then I take the piece that I'm holding on to and I just wrap it around the ends of my hair. Similar to what you would do with a Bantu knot. So here it is the next day. I didn't have to worry about going to bed with wet hair because I already had blow dried my hair. So it was much easier to achieve this braid out. So if I ever have to run out to do an errand and I'm not ready to take my plaits out, I'll just put a cap on it. So I'm showing you right here that I'll put a cap on. Don't mind the ends of my cap. My dog was chewing on my cap for whatever reason. But yeah, this is what I do, and it still looks kind of cute. You know, you just cover up your hair and go out with your braids. Like, I'm okay with going out like this. I put my hat on, or I put a scarf on, or something to cover my hair, and I'm good. So there you can see the ends. They're not straight. They have a little bit of a curl to it. And this is why I like to do it that way, because I don't like those very flat, straight ends. So I just twirl it around, make little knots at the ends, and you don't have to worry about those straight, stringy ends. And to remove them, all you have to do is just pull on the ends. It will come right out. So when I take my sections out, I'll just add some oil to my hands. That way I try to eliminate as much frizz as possible. So I just rub it in my hands, make sure I get it good on my fingertips, run it up, put it on the length of the hair, and then just unravel, starting with the bottom from the twist, and I work my way from the bottom up. The Taliah Waajid Curly Curl Cream, it'll give you a soft hold. It's not going to give you a firm hold. At least not for me, it didn't. But, and I don't mind that because I like my hair to have a lot of movement, volume, and so on. I don't want it to kind of have that stiff crunch that gel can sometimes give you. I really liked the way it turned out. My hair was so soft, it was defined, it had movement and volume, but I'm still gonna separate it because I don't want to wear it like this. You can stop here if you like, but I'm gonna separate it. So here you can see from the back how it looks. Lots of definition, lots of movement again. I'm gonna separate it because I have to get rid of those parts that are in my hair, and it will also give me more volume. So when I separate it, as you can see here, you can see all the different sections. I just find a section that wants to naturally separate and I just pull it apart. That way I will create less frizz. So I'll just try to go only to the parts that naturally want to separate, and I don't try to overdo it, over separate it. Sometimes I like to also kind of like follow my hair, like use my hand, my finger to kind of like follow the hair all the way down to the end to kind of like really help to make sure I'm separating only that piece and not really causing too much frizz. And I don't overdo it. I just try to make sure that I only go to the parts that I really want to separate, because if I keep going and keep going to separate everything, I'm gonna end up with a lot of frizz, and then it's gonna just be one hot mess. So here's a better view. Here's a close-up of my hair so you can see how I have really good definition as well as shine. And I'm just showing you the sections that naturally want to separate. Like it's open, you can see it. It's basically coming apart. You just need to help it along and just pull it apart. This front section already had a good bit of frizz, so I didn't do too much separating here. I just separated a couple of times and that was it. So that's it. I've taken everything out and I'm just giving myself a little quick scalp massage, which is always good for the blood flow and the hair growth, but I'm also doing that just because it helps remove the part. So what do you guys think about this curly curl cream? Have you tried it before? Will you try it? Just let me know in the comments what you guys think. How do you think it turned out? I think it turned out cute. I like it. I'm satisfied with it. All that movement, volume, and definition, like this turned out pretty good. I was really happy with it. So here I'm going to show you guys how I would wear it in a half up, half down style like the one you saw in my last video. If you saw it, the video where I talked about the reasons why your hair isn't growing. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it in the cards above as well as the description box. Check it out if you're interested. So to make things easier for myself, I don't create any new parts. I just find the parts that I've already had created before when I initially braided my hair. Then I take these metal clips that I got from Ulta a really long time ago, and I use 2 of them, so I'll clip one on each side of the ponytail to hold it in place. And if you're not new to my channel, you've definitely seen me use these clips in a couple of other videos. Leave a comment if you know where this movie reference is from. So now to preserve it at night, I'll put it in a pineapple. Just put my hair really high, like a really high ponytail, and I'll just leave the ends out. And I make sure that I'm not using anything that will pull and snag at my hair. So I'm using satin scrunchie and a satin bonnet. So this is the way I'll go to bed. Then in the morning, I'll just take the scrunchie out, give my hair a shake, and adjust it to my liking, and that's it.